This is KFI AM 640, more stimulating talk radio. Bill Handel. And this is another Success from Scratch segment brought to you by the University of Redlands School of Business, long recognizing the importance of individuality and the entrepreneurial spirit. And with that in mind, there actually is a program at USC, which is an entrepreneurs program. And like I introduced you to a gentleman who has been part and parcel of it, and Christian Bunte. Hello, Christian.
Hi, Bill.
First of all, do you go by Chris or Christian?
Christian.
Christian. And did I pronounce your last name Bunte?
Yes, that's correct.
Excellent. So a USC graduate of that program, correct?
Yes, correct.
All right.
2005.
All right. Part of that program, I understand, is you have to submit a project, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So what was yours?
Mine, I did a couple, but one of them was a program or a project on a tortilla chip company that my dad and I had the idea for, and we had already done a soft launch in Cabo San Lucas.
Mm-hmm.
The product is called Cabo Chips, hence the Cabo San Lucas influence.
Yeah.
And the basis of my plan was.
And they're not bad. I got to tell you, they're not bad at all.
Thank you.
You're welcome. This happens to be, by the way, this is the blue corn with sea salt and lime.
Oh, yeah, that's one of the newer flavors. We just launched that about 6 months ago.
I know.
So
it's pretty good, I have to tell you. Okay.
Thank you.
Well, I finished chewing on that. Tell me, when you present the project, how does that work? You come up with a business plan, right?
Well, it's a 2-year project. You do feasibility studies, and then the second year is you do the business plan, and you present the plan to your professors and to a board that reviews it. And it just so happened that on the board of this particular program was another USC graduate who was the CEO of Bristol Farms, Kevin Davis. And he tried a sample of the product, which we already had in production, and he liked the chips and gave me an opportunity.
Okay.
And
so here we are. So you didn't go to a buyer and try to convince a buyer of this to get started. You go to the guy who's on the board of this program, who's also an SC graduate, and so you got to step in that most people do not. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, it's fair to say. I mean, we were already in a couple of smaller accounts, but he was definitely that was definitely a leg up in the bigger accounts.
So let me ask you this then. When you went into production, did you come up with the formula, the idea? Did you come up with, and where did you have it manufactured? It's not like you have a tortilla manufacturing facility in the backyard.
No. The original recipe was my dad's recipe, something he had come up with a long time ago. And we started the business, like I said, down in Cabo San Lucas. We were producing there. We were in a lot of the hotels. We had gone into the Costco that's down there in Cabo, and it was generating a lot of interest, people coming back here to the States saying, hey, where can we get these chips? And that was the basis of my business plan, is I thought this could be a real business here in the States.
All right, so you were you already making money down there with this?
The operation in Mexico was a nonprofit operation, so we weren't generating income into our own. I mean, I was fortunate in that my dad has been pretty successful here in other businesses, so he was able to invest in the starting of the U.S. operation.
So, so you already had the business going when you went to USC. So you already knew what you were going to do your project on, I'm assuming, correct?
Well, no, we started it, my dad and I started it together junior year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And it was a part of the program you were going to use this as your project?
Yes.
Okay, that's kind of neat. So you start your own business. So it's not the other way around. Usually it's you go to school, you have a project, and then afterwards you start a business. This one, you started the business as your project.
Yes.
It's a little backwards. It worked, obviously, but that's not the way most people do it, do they?
Yeah, no. It's a great program. I mean, it was definitely kind of, it inspired me to start the business. I was already taking some of the classes when we launched Cabo Chips in Cabo.
All right, so that was 2004, 2005. You got your degree. Let's fast forward 6, 7 years later. Where are you now?
Right now, we are in distribution throughout the entire western United States, as far east as basically Texas and Colorado, and then up into the Pacific Northwest. As far as Southern California locations, we're in every major retailer, Ralph's, Bristol Farms, Gelson's, Henry's.
All right, so that's huge.
Yeah.
No, I mean, if we went through the whole list, obviously, that's going to take the rest of the of the spot. How many employees do you have, Christian?
It's still basically myself and our factory employees, as those are our only full-time employees, and then I still have family. I have brothers, friends. My mom actually comes in here and is my assistant a couple of days a week. We try to keep overhead really low.
Right.
I mean, we've never gone out for outside investment. 100% of the investment in the company is our family.
Well, what do you invest in? I mean, production, I assume, is done, you outsource that.
No, we actually have our own production facility.
Really?
We make everything from scratch here in Laguna Hills. We have, our largest investment is our packaging equipment with a fully automated packaging line, but we still produce all the product by hand, which is part of what differentiates our items from all of the larger mainstream.
So let me ask you: you sit there and you make up the tortilla dough. You buy the corn, right? And you mash it up, and you have your illegal alien ladies, I'm assuming, put it all together and put it in the frying machine, and then you cut it up. I mean, that literally is from scratch.
Yes, literally from scratch.
I'm impressed. How big a facility do you have?
It's a 5,000 square foot facility. We actually, the only part we don't do here, we made the recipe for our tortillas, but because of the size of our facility, we don't have the space for it. But there's so many local little Mexican markets and taquerias that have tortilla production. We just went to them and
I would think it'd probably be cheaper because they do them by the zillions.
Yeah,
all right,
so they, we just use their downtime. They deliver them every morning, and then we do what our magic is making the chips and seasoning them and all of that.
Right, but the formula you give them is proprietary, correct?
Yeah. Yes.
Got it. All right, now what's your next step?
Our next step is just as we expand into the western region. Pacific Northwest. These are all new regions that we just opened up, Pacific Northwest, the Rocky Mountain area. The toughest part, the easy part is getting in the stores because, like you said, the chips are good. Buyers love them. It's generating that purchase in the store, which is the tricky part. So a lot of marketing.
I thought the hardest part would be getting the buyers to buy them because they get 1,000 products a week.
They do get 1,000 products, but, I mean, our product is really unique. Because so many chips that go in there, it's just, all they do is put a powder on the outside that's a flavor. Well, everybody can go to the seasoning companies and buy those same powders. Nothing differentiates them.
All right. And, this is neat stuff. How many flavors do you have?
We have 3 flavors right now. Our original is seasoned with soy sauce and lime juice. We've got our spicy chipotle, which actually part of our proprietary recipe is we grind chipotle peppers into the corn masa or dough before we make the tortillas, so you're getting the real chipotle flavors and spices. And then we've got the blue corn, that's organic blue corn with sea salt and lime juice.
You should be your own commercial, by the way. You do a very good job of promoting it. Christian, if someone wants to get hold of you, I assume there's a website.
There is a website, www.cabofoods.com, and then, we also have all the big social media stuff, the Facebook and Twitter.
Okay. So it's cabofoods.com.
Yes.
Okay. And I've got to tell you, they really aren't bad at all. I've had chips before.
Once you try the blue, my favorite are the chipotle. The original are the best selling by leaps and bounds.
Okay.
But you definitely have to give the chipotle a shot.
All right, Christian. Thank you.
All right.
Take care.
You very much.
That's cabofoods.com.
Thanks.
Take care.
Bye.
Success from Scratch. Brought to you by the University of Redlands School of Business, where you can earn a $2,500 reward scholarship towards your business degree. Learn more at selectredlands.com. They're actually pretty tasty. For our past Success from Scratch features, or if you have a great success story, go to KFI AM 640.com, keyword success. This is KFI AM 640, more stimulating talk radio.